Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to showcase you my portable power bank which I made for a friend of mine in order to make sure he can overcome blackouts during power outages and can use this battery to power on his router, media converter, charge laptop, charge mobile phone, and even be able to connect some more powerful stuff which requires 220 volts and be able to connect external inverters in order to achieve that. So let's find out which components it's made of, so that you might be able to reproduce this build if you wanted to. So first off, the main component is prismatic lithium ferrum polymer battery, which is made by Eve Technologies, and each cell, as reported, has 336 watt hours, and combined it gives us almost 1.2 kilowatts of energy. So on top of that, I designed this transparent shield from two pieces of acrylic glass, and it's mounted on top of screws which are directly connected to lithium cells themselves. So the cells are connected via custom-made aluminum connectors, so that they can withstand more than 100 amps current. And let's take a look what's inside this shield. So it basically contains two circuits which you can turn on and off by using these two buttons. The first one, let's start with the first one, which is red. Basically it powers on these two components, the first one being DC step up module, which produces around basically it's currently it's configured at its maximum, which it can convert from 13 volts up to 36, if I'm not mistaken. Why that is done? Because we need voltage to be increased for the second module, which is which I bought at AliExpress, and it allows us to bring up here a USB power delivery. As you can see here, it has two connectors. One is USB-A and the second is USB-C, and I actually was able to charge my laptop, and well, you can basically charge anything which requires USB power delivery here. not sure about the maximum wattage this small module can give you, but I have tested it with 65 watt laptop, which is pretty nice. The specs for this module state that it can withstand around 100 watts. Of course, if you're going to test it, you will need certified USB-C power delivery cables, because the usual cheap ones will probably won't work with that module. So that's why we have this DC step up module. Otherwise USB power delivery won't work, because the maximum voltage it works at is around 21 volts, and we can draw from this power pack only 13. So let's turn this off and test the second module, which is I would say high amp for typical USB A. It's rated about 30 watts and can give 2 amps of usual USB charge per connection here. So it's also pretty convenient, because you can plug in all your, I don't know, tablets, phones, you know, etc., whatever you want to charge here. So what we also have here, I have mounted this battery and capacity indicator, but I was not able to fully test it, since it's actually intended for lead acid batteries, not for lithium. And I guess it's not very accurate, because as you might know, lithium battery, they discharge at a certain level of voltage, and it gives most of their energy, like 80 or even 90%, around this specific voltage, and you won't be able to notice using this capacity tester, you know, the exact level of discharge. But it was pretty cheap, and that's better than nothing, I would say. So you'd better have some kind of indicator here, without the need to bring your electric tester in order to figure out what is the actual voltage and is the battery requires charging. So yeah, so it was a nice small add-on here, which you know, nicely fits into this top shield here. So right now the battery is charged at its full capacity according to this tester, but in fact it's not. It can be charged even more. So let's find out about another important component here, which drives the batteries, and that is our BMS. This is Delhi BMS, a pretty popular choice, and it's rated at 80 amps, 12 volts, 80 amps, and it doesn't have any smart modules, anything like that, because for this use case I find it not very practical and suitable, because there is no need to constantly monitor the voltage of all your individual cells, and also it was pretty compact, and it suits here pretty well. So let's talk about external connectors. So as I said at the beginning, so I connected, I actually soldered XT90 connector, which can give you the ability to connect some very high current drain devices. You can even connect it, I would say, as an external battery to your Blue Yeti, or the similar power stations, via additional connectors which you can easily find online. But for my case, I would like to demonstrate it, how you can connect it to this external inverter, which is done by Bezos, and it can produce pure sinus wave, so that it's the most efficient external output for your devices. So let's find out. So luckily, this Bezos inverter, it had also XT90 connector, so that was also the main reason why I soldered XT90 and not XT60 or something else. And as you can see, we can power on it, and I won't connect any devices here, but at the monitor here you can see that it's actually outputs 220 volts pure sinus wave, and you can also get USB Type C and USB-A external outputs here. So pretty nice option, I would say, because these Bezos inverters, they exist in 3 versions, if I'm not mistaken. 150 watts, then 300, and the most powerful one is 500 watts, which is pretty much comparable to those portable power stations, which can power on your TV, or even, I don't know, mini fridge you can have on the go, and stuff like that. So pretty nice thing to have. Let's find out also why I have soldered these 2 connectors here, because the main usage for this battery was to keep Wi-Fi router working during the power outages, and for this reason I have also assembled here a so-called DC UPS. So this device here what it actually does. So you can connect the battery here, then you can plug into your like typical power outlet, and then you have a separate output for your load, which needs to be uninterrupted. So there are a lot of cables here, but connection is pretty simple. So these cables here, they are stock ones. They intended for typical lead acid battery, which you can find in most UPS devices, intended to keep the power in regular computers for around 5 or 7 minutes. So these are pretty typical stuff, and we have connectors here for such batteries. But the nice things about lithium ferrum ion batteries is that they are a drop-in replacement for any lead acid batteries, which is not the case for lithium ion batteries. So that's due to the voltage, and we can safely replace this battery here by this huge power bank. And for that reason, so I soldered this DC 5521 connector, if I'm not mistaken, and we can plug it in here. I have also assembled like 2 outputs, because there will be not only a Wi-Fi router, but another 12-volt device, which is called media converter. So that you can basically plug 2 devices. Also, as a backup power, you can use any, like I would say, big lead acid battery, which you can typically find in any car. That's again just in case this lithium battery will not be enough for your case, or the power outage will be more than several days, I would say. So you can also use these clamps and bring the battery from your car, and connect it here as well using these clamps. Okay, let's find out actually if it works after connection. Yeah, these power modules are typically turned on by pressing some small buttons. Yeah, so that was a the so-called cold start, when you can actually power on your devices just using the battery itself. As you can see, it's not plugged into the power wall, but let's see what happens if I turn it on. Well, we see that it's turned it's turned on, and according to this green green, red and yellow lights, it says that it right now drains energy from city power, I would say. And on top of that, those DC UPS has the ability to charge your battery. But for our case, this is not very suitable because the charging amps are very small. I'm not sure about this specific one, but the charging current is less than 1 amp, and in order to charge the battery this big, it will needs to be powered on for weeks, I would say. So that's why we have another connector here, as you can see, which is not sure how it's called, but I will provide links and description to this video so that you can click and figure out the exact components which this build was made from. So the second connector is specifically done in order to be able to charge the battery with more powerful chargers, like this one here. That's one of chargers which are made to charge car batteries or lead acid batteries, and we will find out whether it will work in our case. So it comes with like the stock version of them usually comes with these clamps, but it's not a problem to solder any connector here which you want, which I actually did just for compactness, and I will just plug it in. Let's find out what happens. Well, as you can see, it started the charging process. The only caveat here would be that in order to charge lithium ferrum batteries, it's better to choose AGM mode, because the voltage for AGM batteries is slightly higher, and that would mean that your lithium ferrum battery will be charged at full. It's not a problem to charge them in a typical lead acid car battery mode, but the upper voltage will be slightly less, and that would mean that your lithium battery won't be charged at full. I have another charger which is more I would say widespread in internet. Comes from China, and let's find out how it will work. So I bet you have seen them a lot in different versions. This one is more I would say brand one. It says Einhell, done in Germany but produced in China. And it says that its maximum amperage is 10 amp, so 12 volts 10 amp, but I was not able to track that it actually gives 10 amp because it doesn't display amperage on its display, and I was not able to measure it. So that's the more typical car battery, intelligent car battery charger you will find on the internet. It's even more cheaper one, but the problem with them is that they are not SE certified, and they can produce a lot of radio, noise because they lack filters. So I've seen some videos of disassembly of these chargers in the internet, and that's why they are cheaper. But for our purposes, it's not a problem. They also come with those clamps, but I found a connector just for the easiness of connection here. So let's find out how much amperage our battery will be able to consume. Again, we will be charging in AGM mode, not a typical lead acid battery mode. So as you can see, it pumps the maximum amperage, which is 8 amps. Currently displays 8.1. And the nice thing about this build is that you can connect everything together. Plug your DC UPS, plug your charger into the power outlet, and connect everything nicely. And if the power goes down, it will automatically switch into using the battery. And the battery charger will actually remember its last charging mode here. So once the power goes up, it will turn on AGM as well. So that is a very nice feature because it remembers the last mode it was charging in. So I was using this similar build with my own devices. My own Wi-Fi router, which drains 12 volts and 1 amp without any problem. Last winter, when we've experienced power outages every single day, and that's why it's important to have like this quick charger which can pump a lot of amps, because otherwise this small one won't be able to charge battery quickly. So that's pretty much it. As I said, you will find links in the description on all the components which you might require if you want to reproduce my build. So I have also used this hook and loop tape just in order to nicely wrap up these cables here, because the cables for XT90 are pretty solid, a lot of conductors here, so it's pretty nice to have them wrapped around here so that you can put the whole battery into your backpack. Also, it looks compact, so it's pretty heavy. It's almost 9 kilograms. But using this, flat synthetic ropes, I can put them pretty much easily with one hand. Okay, then hopefully you like this video, and see you next time.